Hello everyone and welcome to Haverford School. We got the Battle of the Sweater here today, alongside about 1,000 or so different fans from both schools, Haverford and Episcopal Academy. I'm Matt Fine. I'll be taking you through about 80 minutes worth of soccer this afternoon, again on the Sports Fan Base Network. And this is no regular soccer game. It's no regular day. If you know these two schools, these two rivals in the Interact, this is the EA Haverford Day, where the 5 different sports go head-to-head over about 24-hour period. Started yesterday, continues throughout the day, and they're battling for the sweater, a sweater that has 2 colors from Haverford and the colors from Episcopal Academy, and they split the sweater in half and then sew it back together with the 2 schools represented on each side of the sweater. And whoever wins 3 of the 5 in this best of 5 throughout the 5 different sports, they get the sweater for the rest of the year and bragging rights along the main line. And this is a big one right now. As we stand, this is the 4th of the 5 different sports that we will see, or that we have seen since yesterday afternoon into today. And right now, Episcopal Academy leads the series today, at least, or at this point, 2-1. So this game is huge. If Episcopal Academy can find a way to win this game, they mathematically will take home the sweater. If Haverford picks up a win this afternoon, then there's even more pressure in the final event of this 5-event series. Football this afternoon, about 100 yards away or so from where we're standing. And we are underway. Episcopal Academy moving from left to right in blue. Haverford moving right to left in the dark jerseys. Starters for Episcopal Academy. In goal, Marco Giancroce. You have McGonigal, Ryan, Black, Shanahan, McMullen, Rhodes, Quedenfeld, Roberts, Borner, and Leibowitz. Those are the starters for Zach Warden Company. And for the home team, right along Lancaster Avenue, the goalie, Graham Costello, is in goal. Colson, Paul, Hernandez, Collins, Costa, French, Hoylett, Burnetta, Kanalakaya, and Kelly. That'll round out the 11 for the home team, the Fords. Play broken up nicely and coming out of the defensive end for Haverford. That is French, one of the captains. Down the far side. Played 2 40-minute halves. There is overtime. No penalty kicks, though, if we are tied after 80. Ball down the far side and a whistle in favor of Episcopal Academy. Free kick coming in from the far side, right around midfield for EA. Into the box it goes, and over the goal, and a goal kick coming out for Haverford. It's a wild scene here if you've never been a part of Haverford-EA Day. This is the day where just about everybody comes out. You got Haverford, who just picked up the win in water polo, running around in their Speedos, and it's not a bad day to be doing that, actually. In mid-November, you never know, early to mid-November, you never know what you're going to get. I've been calling these games where it's been 40 degrees. I've called these games now today where it's closer to 65 degrees. Ball bouncing around midfield and cleared away. Trying to gain control. That was Roberts, number 25. Over to Quedenfeld, looking for some space. A couple of nice one-touches. Collins, one of the captains, gives the ball up. And a collision right around midfield. Once again, EA trying to gain possession on the near side. They do have an open number 25 in Roberts, but they decided to go to the left side instead. Broke up nicely on that far side. And it's Haverford ball. Making turn with some momentum. And we have a stoppage of play. Just outside the box. So we're inside the penalty box now. It looks like we have ourselves a penalty kick. Looks like there was a possible handball just inside the box. And for EA, this is McGonigal. He's the one who scored both goals when these two teams played earlier in the regular season. A 2-0 win for EA. And a big moment here for Graham Costello, the goalie for Haverford. McGonigal, the first teamer a year ago in Interac, one of the captains. Blocked and saved near far side, and then rebounds, and Graham Costello comes up big early on. A huge momentum shift just 4.5 minutes into this game. Remember, EA won this first game 2-0. Taking a quick early lead in game number 2 between these two teams. That would have been a huge moment for the Churchmen, but unable to pick it up. And they had their man that they wanted, McGonigal. He went far side to the right of Costello. You can see the shot here, all the different fans around. They just basically circle the field here at Haverford. Thrown into the box. Punched away nicely by Giancroce. Now the ball's coming out. We'll see two different goaltenders for EA today. Giancroce will play in the first half. Esterhai will be the goalie in the second half. Ball cleared away on the goal kick to midfield. That's Quedenfeld, who had some possession in on goal, and Costello, again, one of the captains, keeping a clean sheet early on. Ball bouncing around the middle of the field like a pinball. Couple of nice moves. And then for Haverford, that was Bernetta breaking things up. And now a throw-in for EA. A lot of traffic in the middle of the field right now. And going down and getting the penalty. Another one against Haverford. This one on the edge of the 18. Another real dangerous play. Not quite as dangerous as a penalty kick, but you're about 19 out on this kick. Right now you got about 4 guys in the wall for the Fords. That's going to push all the defenders back. Usually you want to pull up a little bit, create some space between the defense and the goalie, but this ball is so deep on the restart. Watch the top of the box too. You got Roberts hanging out there, number 25. You also have McMullen, number 11, hanging out there. In on goal and just a little behind, a little bit wide off the restart. So a couple of really nice areas for EA to pick up some offense. Stopped on the penalty kick about 4.5 minutes into this game, and now another restart from about 19 out, and they missed the goal. So this one comes out on the free kick. Excuse me, on the goal kick. Broken up now on the far side. Looking for some space. Didn't have that good first touch. Ball gets away, but Haverford holds on, and now a penalty. It's in favor of the Fords. So better the play so far in favor of Episcopal Academy. But Haverford with a shot right here to put a ball into the box. See if they go with a short kick here and maintain possession. They do fake it. And now with the left foot into the box. Dangerous ball punched away nicely by Giancroce, the senior. Again, he'll play the first 40. Ball broken up. Looking for some space, but unable to find them. Then giving up the ball is number 2. It's McGonigal. He was the one that was stopped on the penalty kick. Nice move back out, and then ball's back into the box. EA with the counter. You got McGonigal there on the near side. Instead, they go to the far side, then back into traffic. And EA looking for a corner kick, and I think they're going to get one here. You got Rhodes now in the box. He's number 12. Looks like McGonigal will take that ball. Coming all the way up is Leibowitz, one of the captains. He's number 30, big guy in the middle. Watch this one bend. Good looking kick, but headed up and headed out. And it looks like it's another corner kick, much to the chagrin of Haverford. So we'll have McGonigal do it all over again. In the box again. Good looking corner, but picked up by Costello, who right now is the star of this game. If you're joining us late, he stopped a penalty kick about 4.5 minutes into this game. Looked like a handball was what set it up. Some space now in the middle, trying to make a turn. That's Hoylett. It's broken up. Another good move down the far side. Centering ball across the goal mouth. Nobody home. You can see all the fans, by the way, behind the goal right there. They're even tailgating out there today. A little bit of history on the sweater If you're not aware of how things go, and I'm sure if you're listening from EA or Haverford, you pretty much know what's going on here, but this dates back to 1980 is when they started this tradition. And since then, Haverford's had the better of it. They're 22 wins compared to EA's 6 wins. They've tied 6 times. And right now, Haverford's on a bit of a run when it comes to the sweater. They haven't lost since 2019. There was no sweater in 2020, of course, with the shutdown, but 21, 22, 23, 24, all in favor of Haverford. But that could change today. Again, coming into this game, EA leads 2-1. So a win here for Episcopal Academy, and they will stop that streak. And if they can't pick up a win, then we go to the football game this afternoon. Of course, they'll play the football game either way, but in terms of the sweater, that football game will mean a lot depending on what happens here. That's one of the great things about this boys soccer game, is that in all the years I've been doing this game, it's never been 3-0 at this point. It's always been 2-1. So this game either ties up the series at 2-2, and then we play the football game to see who wins, or it gives one of the schools a 3-1 win, and that's exactly what EA is looking for today. They're looking for the win in this game, and again, they pick up a 3-1 win mathematically when it comes to stopping the Haverford streak and gaining the sweater for this school year. Nice ball to the outside by McGonigal, looking for some space and finding no space whatsoever. And we have ourselves a goal kick again. Looks like, oh, no, it might be a corner kick. I see McGonigal going out there, one of the first teamer from the Interac in 2024. Three corner kicks now, all from that corner. There's a little bit of a stoppage of play. You can see Lancaster Avenue behind. They have all sorts of netting over there so the ball does not fly onto Route 30. It's a busy road. Watch this one bend in now, off the foot of McGonigal. This is also the baseball field, by the way, which you'll see at different times as we move right to left. Short corner, back out to number 2, into the center it goes. Head ball, calling up to get it, taking a little bit of contact, but coming down nicely with it is Costello. And the baseball field, I was telling you about that line on your right side of your screen. That is the right field line for the baseball team when they play here in the spring. And they have netting up there also for those baseballs that might fly out of here. This is a very short field, especially in right field. And balls have hit off that netting a lot. There's been some who've gone over the netting and actually made their way onto Lancaster, which is an interesting place to be. To the outside we go, trying to gain some control. Left foot into the box and over everything and out of bounds. I believe that was off the foot of Hernandez, the sophomore midfielder. Coach Keith Capo in charge of the Haverford School. Zach Ward in charge of EA. These two coaches know each other very well. Ball out of bounds. Episcopal Academy takes over. EA coming into this game 14-5-1, 6-2-1 in the Interac. Haverford 16-4-2, so a little bit better on the regular season than Episcopal, but Episcopal again won the only matchup so far between these two teams, 2-0. That was, by the way, at Episcopal. I'll talk about the playoffs in a little bit. And there's still a possibility, by the way, I'll also talk about this in a little bit. Either of these two teams could still possibly share the Interac League title. but they need some help. Kicking out of his own zone is Costello. Trying to bring the ball down, and Episcopal gains control. That's Quedenfield who passed that ball back, and neither team with a lot of control, and out of bounds off the foot of Hernandez. And here's a throw-in. This is Leibowitz, one of the captains. Get an earful from the Haverford fans. We're right up against the field there. They put the fence right up against the field this year. That's unusual. I haven't seen it like that in a long time. A couple of really nice moves, but broken up. Usually they keep the fans a little bit farther back, but right now they're probably about 5 feet or so from the edge of the field. And that's only on the near side. The far side, there's no room to put any fans, so they're all packed in on the near side. Going down, no whistle. That was a nice play being worked off the ball in the midfield. Again, that's Hernandez trying to break that play up. And it comes back to Costello. Giving him a little bit of pressure. You saw Quedenfeld there. He's number 13 for the Churchmen. Still trying to keep Costello honest. Again, no score here. Dangerous bouncing ball in the box. EA trying to get it out of trouble. Trying to pass it up with some short passes, and they do a pretty decent job of getting out of the defensive third into midfield. EA with some momentum and some possession here. Look at the near side. Taken down cleanly. They did have Roberts there, did EA, but broken up. And now looking for a counterattack, but no one home. Long ball into the center, but only Episcopal players there. Trying to find some space. Ball taken over into the box. Dangerous play back out. Shot on goal. And a little bit wide. And a little bit high. As we approach the midway mark of half number one. Again, we play 2 40s in high school. If you're a big college fan, you know we play 45. Got Haverford College just down the road at the Centennial Conference. Again, an absolutely beautiful day for this rivalry. It's almost 70 degrees. I'd say 65 degrees. It's sunny. Doesn't get much nicer than this. On what is the 8th of November. Still early November, I guess, for a couple more days. Ball broken up, cleared away off the foot of number 14, Bernetta. And then in on Costello, but he eats that ball up. A lot of different captains for Haverford. Costello being one of them, the goalkeeper. You have Colson and Collins, Costa, French, all captains. Trying to find some space on the far side, centering the ball in across the goal mouth, head ball. In on goal, a couple of different head balls. Ball still bouncing around and cleared away. That ball sent in by Hollett. And we saw Giancroci for the first time today having to make a couple of really nice saves, and that keeps the game scoreless. There's plenty of room on the far side, but EA goes back to number 2 in McGonigal. Looking for a centering pass. Ball broken up as McGonigal goes down on his backside. You can kind of see him on the far side. That pull in the middle, unfortunately, that's the edge of the dugout, near the dugout area for the baseball team. Ball thrown in and cleared away momentarily. The player goes down. I think we had a couple of different heads possibly hit and a penalty here. Clock continues to run. Looking for the restart here for Episcopal Academy on their defensive end. Little chip ball right around the 18. They try to stay on their offensive side of the 50. Looking to make a move. Passing the outside Quedenfeld. But now the ball being brought back into the box. And coming up to get it is Costello. The 2 goalies for Episcopal Academy, Giancroci, I mentioned him, he's playing in the first half. He's a senior. And then Esterhai, he's a junior coming in, so he'll get an opportunity to shine here as well on this important day. Throwing in favor of the Fords. Broken up. That was Finn French, one of the captains, breaking things up. But ball's not cleared just yet. Trying to gain control is is French. In the box and just wide. Good job by Giancroci to take away the angle there, but another good opportunity for Haverford. And we have ourselves some substitutions for EA. Got at least one player coming in. You can see the bottom of your screen. And that was head coach Ward. Stoppage of play with 15-18 left in half number 1. So we're back. I was mentioning earlier about the possibility of either of these teams, the winner today, not only helping secure the sweater, but also there's a possible tie for first place, the Interac on the line. So Penn Charter came into today's game. We'll get back to that in a second, depending on how Haverford does here. On the offensive side, looking for some space, left foot. Block goes down on the edge of the box, and we have ourselves a call inside the box. What's good for the Goose early in this game is now good for the Gander. Haverford's going to pick up a penalty kick. just inside the box, it looks like. Looks like that was Costa, the captain, going down inside the box. And now French, another one of the captains, looks like he's getting ready for a penalty kick. French, the midfielder, going right up against Giancroce. So penalty kick number 2. We saw Costello stop one. Here's one from the other side. Got some pushing and shoving. Shot on goal and saved again. The 2 biggest plays this afternoon so far have come from the 2 goalies. That's Giancroce with the stop for EA. So he's seen Costello come up big, and now he's seen Giancroce come up big. Neither team able to pick up a penalty kick. We remain scoreless now with a corner kick in favor of in favor of Haverford. You had Giancroce really ranging to his left, guessed right, and picked up that save. Here's another replay. Saw some pushing and shoving there. Then that ball just tagged right inside the post. That's an excellent save by Giancroce. As we are coming back now live. And the corner kick. It's a really good look. Head ball. That one goes wide. Trying to find some space, but out of bounds off the foot of Quedenfeld, it looks like. Now this ball's coming out, so Quedenfeld was there, but the ball's coming out in favor of EA. So off a foot of a Haverford player. No score, but plenty of fireworks so far. It's unusual to see 2 different penalty kick opportunities and both saved, one by each team. And we do have a whistle here and a restart. This looks like Hernandez is going to send one in. He's got a lot of space in the middle of the field. Instead, he does put the ball in the box. No one home. Coming out and picking it up easily is Giancroce. A little bit of a shank. That ball goes out of bounds, or on the edge of the out of bounds, I should say, and now wiggles its way out of bounds. Look at ourselves. We have a goal kick now with it. Just about 12 minutes left in half number 1. More substitutions coming in. I guess when you miss a couple of different penalty kicks, it's worth mentioning that there is overtime. Talked about that a little bit earlier. 2 5-minute overtimes if we ever get there. No golden goal, by the way, in either of those 2 5-minute overtimes. We'll play 10 if we get there. Nice job of picking up that ball in favor of Haverford. And now we have a throw-in. That's Collins, number 9, gives the ball up to Kanalakai. Kanalakaya, excuse me. That ball's cleared away. Throwing. Kanalakaya, by the way, a freshman. Not too many freshmen get to play significant minutes in this game. There is one freshman starter for EA as well. That's Brooks Borner. He's number 26. So we do have a freshman in the starting lineup, one for each team. You can see in the bottom of your screen, but the hands up, that's the Haverford coach in Keith Capo. Speaking of underclassmen, his son's on the team. Quinn, number 28, a sophomore at Haverford. Throwing under 10 minutes left. Looks like we have a goal kick now in favor of the Fords. Haverford maintaining some control down the far side. And now back into traffic on the far side. That ball does stay in bounds, looking to make a move. Nice move, and then a left foot into the box. Settled at the top of the 18, pushed right off. Some physical play, but the refs are going to let things go. And if you let things go in this game, it could get pretty dangerous pretty quick. We got some physical play right now. Into the box. Scooped up by Giancroce. Usually, the refs in this game will have a quick whistle because they don't want things to get out of control, but had some physical play here, and the refs are letting these two teams play, which is really nice to see, I think, for the fans at least, and I think probably the players as well for the most part. See Hoylett getting ready to come back in for Haverford. He's back at midfield, number 13. He's a junior forward. Really even game so far, even down to the penalty kicks. Both teams have had some opportunities besides the penalty kicks as well, but Costello and Giancroce are the two stars so far this afternoon. When you stop a penalty kick, that is prime star position for each one. And both were nice. Especially one that Giancroce stopped. As he dove to his left, just got his hand on it. That one was ticketed just inside the far post. No one home. I think Colson, one of the captains, I think he might have been looking for an overlap. You see number 7 there. Under 7 to play in half number 1. Haverford gaining control, going north-south. Takes a little bit of getting used to, I think, for EA sometimes when they play on this field. They're used to playing on the field because they do every year. But you're playing on turf. EA's field's very soft with the grass that they have at Episcopal. I believe it was last year or maybe the game before that, so that would have been 3 years ago if not, where they had a lot of rain in the morning. It was a nice day, but the rain really softened up that field last year. I think that was the year that I'm thinking about. And that's where I think Haverford had that 1-0 win. Into the box. Nice ball. But Giancroce is there where he has been all afternoon long. For Episcopal, this is the final game of the year. But Haverford School, they still have one more game after today, no matter how this goes today. In the Pennsylvania Independent Schools Athletic Association, PESA, Haverford will take on Westtown in the championship game. That one is on Wednesday at Arcadia at 6:30. Both these two teams made it to the semifinals, Haverford and Episcopal, but in that semifinal game, I'll get back to that in a second as this is broken up momentarily. And then cleared nicely by Black. But Haverford still maintaining control. Trying to make a move is Collins, still working in that near corner. So getting back to the championship. So Perkiomen played Haverford in the semis. Haverford picks up a 2-0 win. And then Episcopal took on Westtown, and Westtown won 3-2 in double overtime. Westtown is the #1 seed. Haverford is the 3 seed, so it's a 1 versus 3 in the championship game. Episcopal was a #4. Westtown's going to be a real tough team to play when they do play on Wednesday. Westtown 11-0-2. In its last 13 games. So that'll be a really nice matchup between a really good Haverford team that's won 16 games this year against the top seed. Looking for a centering ball, just a little bit behind. A crashing offensive forward. Still with possession, Collins goes into the middle with the left foot, and that ball is wide. So good opportunity there for Haverford inside the box with just about 3 minutes left in half #1. Again, no score. Matt Fine with you. Got Owen Coleman pushing all the right buttons as our director today. Cormac Keach is on the camera for the Sports Fanbase Network. So these could be really 4 or 5 exciting days for Haverford. If they're able to pick up a win today against their arch rival, they would even the season series at 1 and then go into the championship game against Westtown. So lots in front right now of Haverford. I can tell you one thing that's going to be different on Wednesday than what we see here today is I bet we're going to have temperatures about 30 degrees cooler or colder on Wednesday than what you have here. Again, it's about 68 degrees here today. And that game at Arcadia, we're supposed to get a cold front coming through, a blast of it on Monday, where the temperatures are going to struggle to get out of the 30s into the 40s. And that game on Wednesday at Arcadia is at 6:30 at night, so the sun will be well gone by the start of that game. So enjoy the warmth while you can in this one. Under 2 to play in half #1, no score. Good job coming off his line, Costello. Last couple minutes of every half, so vital. You don't want to give up a goal in the last minute or so of any half, well, really ever in the game of soccer, but both teams looking for some momentum coming into the half, and we have about 70 seconds left. Looking for the long throw coming out of the trees. It's like the Field of Dreams here at Haverford. Ball cleared, whistle. And now less than a minute to go in half number 1. I'd say the game right now pretty even. I think the last 10 minutes or so, Haverford has had the better of play, but EA came out in the first 10 minutes or so and had the better of play. So I think overall, both teams with opportunities, of course, to put a goal up on the board with the penalty kick, but also in the stream of play as well. There were some good saves both by Costello and by McGonigal as we're under 30 seconds now. We'll take a break at halftime. It's about a 10-minute break or so, and then we'll come back for the final 40. So I'll give you a chance to catch your breath if you're watching us on the Sports Fan Base Network and come back for what has to be an exciting last 40 minutes. Final throw-in, looking for some magic here in the final seconds. In on goal, and that ball wide, and that's how we end the first 40. No score here at Haverford School. Some good opportunities by both teams. A couple of penalty kicks. The first one saved by Costello. The second one saved by Giancroce. So we got 40 more minutes of soccer to play and a lot still to be decided. Got a 10-minute halftime. We're coming back in about 10 here on the Sports Fan Base Network. Stick around. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the second half on the Sports Fan Base Network. Matt Fine along with you in a scoreless game. EA and Haverford. A couple of penalty kicks saved in half number one. And here is the first one. Real nice save moving to his right off the foot of McGonigal. And that's so early in the game. You can see the score right there, the clock right there, less than 5 minutes in. And that's a huge moment for Haverford in that save. Episcopal Academy with the better of the play early on. That ball just a little bit high and a little bit wide as the game remains scoreless. That was midway through the first half. And centering ball, like a pinball in there. I'm not sure how that ball didn't get in on goal. Eventually cleared away. Yet Giancroce moving to his left to try to pick up that save, but the ball gets out with no harm done. And here is the centering ball and another deflection and a ball gone wide with about 15 to go, and that's pretty much where we're at right here at halftime. There was one other exciting play in that first half that we weren't able to show you, but we should mention that Giancroce with a penalty kick save as well, that off the foot of Vin French. He made a save to his left, so both goaltenders, Costello and Giancroce, with saves in the first half that keeps this game scoreless. So now Haverford moving left to right, EA moving right to left. And we are underway in the final 40 on the battle for the sweater. Throw towards midfield. First 5 minutes of half number two, always so vital. See if any team can gain some momentum. Episcopal had momentum in the first five, but that penalty kick save by Costello got the job done. Esterhall now in goal for Episcopal Academy. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Thrown by Haverford. Making a couple of nice moves. That was Hoylett. But ball goes out of bounds and EA takes over. Number 5, Shanahan, one of the captains with the throw-in. Trying to find some space, and Ryan does dish the ball off near side, but it's broken up. And coming the other way with all sorts of steam. Brunetta into the box. But picked up nicely. Ball punched out to the middle. A reminder of how this day's setting up for us. 3 sports are in the books right now in the Haverford-EA day. Good dish. Coming in on goal, out in front, and deflected away. Really nice play. It remains scoreless 0-0. So getting back to the Haverford-EA day, we've had EA winning in golf and cross country. Haverford won in water polo, so it's 2-1 in the best of 5. If EA can pick a win here in this game, that will guarantee EA the sweater for the first time since 2019, which for some people doesn't seem like it's a real long time ago, but when you're talking about 6 years ago and you're dealing with 16-year-olds, these high schoolers were in elementary school the last time that Episcopal won the sweater, so that would be a nice turn of events for the guys in blue. Waiting to get back underway here. The clock is rolling. Into the box, coming out and making a save is Esterhigh, the junior. Nice move, but broken up. Haverford goes near side looking for the speedster number 13, Hoylett. That ball goes out of bounds. Hoylett, a junior, and a real dangerous player for the Fords. Now we're looking at a corner kick. Hoping to bend one in, and it's hard to see in that corner. We'll give you the best information we can as we're looking through fans and netting and a big pole right in the middle of our vantage point here. Ball into the box, far side, over everyone's head. And that one almost curls out of bounds, but is saved by the Fords on that far side. Looking for a possible centering pass, and off the foot of Episcopal Academy, and another corner kick, this time on the far side. That one hit off the foot of Quedenfeld, the sophomore. And this one will bend in. A dangerous moment here for Haverford. Good looking ball coming up, trying to get it and knocking it away momentarily, and now out of danger for a second. Trying to control the ball is Costa, one of the captains. And Haverford will reset now. Back into traffic and out of bounds. Under 35 to play in half number 2 of a scoreless game here on the campus of the Haverford School along the main line. The only thing tougher than a vantage point in this game sometimes is finding a parking space at Haverford. It's a congested area here as the school kind of sits between Lancaster Avenue and Haverford. Not a lot of places to park on campus, and you have a lot of people here, but they're used to it. The fans at Episcopal and obviously here at Haverford know exactly what this day is all about. You got to get here early, and they do. Got tailgating. Football game's going to start in about a half hour or so. That'll split up the crowd a little bit. You'll see a bunch stay here, but you'll have a bunch of fans also heading to the left, kind of up over that hill. You see a little bit to the left where you see the Haverford tent. On the left side, there's a parking lot, and on the other side of that, also still along Lancaster Avenue, is the football field. You can actually see the football field just like you can see the soccer field if you're driving on Lancaster, east or west. Got a lot of energy right here. A lot of it coming from Leibowitz. That's number 30 for Episcopal. Breaking up the play and maintaining possession for the Churchmen. Again, for Episcopal, this is the final game in the 2025 season. So for the seniors here, they're saying goodbye to high school soccer in the next 32-plus minutes, depending on whether we go to overtime. Guys like Leibowitz, he's a senior. McMullen is a senior. Looking at some of the other seniors in the starting lineup, Shanahan and Black, McGonigal, Giancroce, but there's other seniors as well. Naylor, Haney, Gobler, Piontek, Latour, McMenamin, all seniors on this team. A lot of seniors. Now we have a stoppage of play. That's Hoylett down on the ground trying to regain some feeling in his body, see if he needs to come off. That's what the ref is asking him. He does not, as the junior forward gets up. Clock has stopped. 31:51 left. I'm not sure what the discussion is on the far side. They're trying to figure out whose ball this is, and it looks like it's going to go in favor of Haverford. Collins has the ball in his hand. Now he gives it up. And Hoylett now with the ball. Trying to direct some people around. So the ref trying to get control and all the information he needs to restart with 31:51 left. Again, no score. Some information about the sweater, as I mentioned earlier, started in 1980. That's a symbol of the Haverford-EA Day. Fighting for the ball in that far corner now to midfield. Maroon and gold stripes on the left sleeve, the navy and the white stripes on the right side of the sweater. That's the half and half for EA and for Haverford. And the team that wins 3 of the 5 sports gets the sweater for the year, and most importantly, bragging rights. And you know that there are plenty of bragging rights to go around between these two teams. There was golf and cross country, water polo already played today, soccer being played now, and football in the next half hour, kickoff, all on campus. Your side looking for some room down into the corner. Ball goes out of bounds. That's Costa with the ball in his hands. Setting up for a corner kick. This one will bend in. You can kind of see it a little bit on the corner of your screen. Into the box it goes. Headed away. We'll see what the refs say. Looks like we're going to do it all over again. We'll get another corner kick here. Under 30 to play. Into the box again. Going up nicely to pick that ball off. And we remain scoreless. Looking for some space. Couple of nice one-touches. And again, into the corner. So much action into this near corner. They keep on looking for Hoylett. Under 30 to play now in a scoreless game. Throwing in favor of the Churchman is number 5, the captain Shanahan, one of the seniors that I've been talking about a little bit today. Trying to make a turn was McGonigal. He was worked off the ball. McGonigal had that penalty kick stopped early in this game. He had both goals in EA's win earlier this season over Haverford. And I mentioned earlier that the league championship, at least a share, is still on the board for both of these teams. The winner of this game could end up sharing the title. It really depends on what happens elsewhere in the league. Penn Charter's taking on Germantown. That game is underway as well. And if Germantown can pull off the upset over Penn Charter, then the winner of this game would share the title. Both Episcopal and Haverford coming into this game at 6-2-1 in the Interac. Again, Episcopal 14-5-1 overall. The Fords 16-4-2. But traditionally, you have, these are the two of the top teams in the Interac. They don't win every year, of course. No one wins every year, but these two teams are always in the mix. It's Costa directing traffic, going back to his defender, trying to work things up on the far side, but broken up momentarily, and out of bounds it goes. Quick throw in for Episcopal, and they're going to ask that ball to be brought back a little bit. Episcopal cheating up about 10 yards on the throw in, so we'll do that again. That was Rhodes trying to throw that ball in a little bit more forward than it should have been. Going down and coming back out on the penalty in favor of Haverford. That's Hernandez back there. Looked like he's about to take it, and then he peels off. All sent down right into the box and picked up nicely by Esterhigh. Trying to make a move, left foot. Way out of bounds, and a goal kick for Episcopal. The football standings look a lot like the soccer ones as this ball comes to the outside. Left foot to the box. Making a nice save for Haverford is Costello once again. That ball pops out of bounds. So Penn Charter, just like in soccer, Penn Charter also leads in the football standings at 7-1-1. And again, just like soccer, right now tied for second place is Haverford and Episcopal. Ball cleared. It's a race right now, but a little bit too much juice on that one. So Haverford and Episcopal actually, let me get back to those football standings for you. I think I was a little bit off on the football standings, so I'm going to do that again. Let me try that again. I'm sorry. So let me go back to that. I was looking at the wrong sport. I want to go back to Malvern Prep, actually, is in first place in the Interac with Episcopal Academy at 3-1, Springside Chestnut Hill 3-1, and Haverford at 1-3. So Episcopal Academy hoping to win game number 9 overall. They're 8-1 overall this season. Haverford trying to get back to 500 in football. They're 4-5 overall. lot of bodies falling to the ground here as we are approaching the midway mark of half number 2. There's your throw-in. Cleared away. Good looking throw-in by Hoylett right into the box. Let's take another look. There's number 13. There's been all sorts of issues, and that ball cracked and wide on our replay. And now under 22 to play. And the corner kick into the box. Head ball over the crossbar. A lot of corner kicks in this half in favor of Haverford. A handball, ball bouncing up in favor of Episcopal. Episcopal had a couple of dangerous restarts, not only the penalty kick, of course, but they had also to restart in the first half about a yard outside the box. Here's another good-looking one, not as close, of course, but you have the foot of McGonigal, who's so good at putting the ball exactly where he wants it to go with the right foot. Into the box far side, no one home though. That's been a problem a couple different times today for both teams. A ball going to the far side, but no one home. And here's a substitution coming in for Episcopal is Liam Naylor. He's number 1, one of the seniors I've been talking about. Ball on the foot of McGonigal. He's dangerous with that ball. Tries to chip it in. It's deflected. And then cleared wide into the trees and a throw-in for the Churchmen. And we are under 20 to play now, getting towards the latter half of this game. Crunch time now in a scoreless game. There's Leibowitz. He's got the throw-in, the captain. One of 3 captains for Episcopal. Into the box. And cleared. The other 2 captains for Episcopal is McGonigal as mentioned. You have Leibowitz as mentioned. And then Shanahan. With momentum slipping on the turf and giving the ball up. Now coming the other way for Episcopal with control. Down the far side, looking for some space. Trying to turn the corner, but worked off nicely. And then finally cleared away. Couple of different subs coming in. Looks like Collins is coming in. I think that was Daly as well. 8 and 9, not 6 and 7, but 8 and 9. And if you know, you know. With under 18 to play now. You can see both coaches in this shot. To the left is Coach Ward in the white hat, and then to the right with his arms crossed, that's Coach Capo. Space on the far side. Left foot. Just trying to let the ball go. There's a couple of defenders there, and it's broken up by Episcopal coming the other way now. Ooh, looking for a move. Just worked off the ball is McGonigal. And neither team able to really maintain any control right now with the ball. Just sitting in the middle third for the most part. Centering pass deflected. Down goes a Haverford player. And here comes some plastic. Got ourselves a yellow card with 17:15 to go in half number 2. And a restart for Haverford. Ball into the box, bouncing around. Still some danger here at the 18. And finally cleared away. Ball on the feet of McGonigal. He's got a couple of defenders in front of him. Gives it up into the middle. That's Ryan to the outside and then cleared away. Left foot again from McGonigal. A little bit too much, no one home. Out of bounds. And this one in favor of Haverford. Under 16 to play now officially here for the Fords and for the Churchmen. And another whistle. We're getting a few more whistles here now in half number 2. Pretty physical first half. And a pretty clean game overall, by the way. For two teams that enjoy the rivalry. They're playing a clean high school soccer game. Good quality here on a beautiful Saturday afternoon. Our first Saturday after the clocks have been turned back. And the sun is shining along the main line. Matt Fine with you on the Sports Fan Base Network. Owen Coleman, our director today. Cormac Keach is on the camera. Into the box. And picked up by Costello. Under 15 now to play. The minutes are ticking off with still no score. That's a great shot. You can see just how many fans are actually here. Ball broken up midfield. Now we have a penalty. And a stoppage. And a card comes out. I'm wondering if that card was more about a possible remark towards the referee as opposed to the penalty. The penalty didn't look that bad. Regardless, the card does come out, and we're under 14 now to play. Looking to bring the ball in. McGonigal. On that far side, nobody home. Or not enough, I should say, as the ball goes out of bounds. Big boot ball trying to be brought down, but it goes out of bounds. And there's a guy we've talked about a lot, Hernandez, with the throw in towards the near corner. I know it's difficult to see from that vantage point. I'll try to do the best I can to keep you informed. We'll go from a TV call to a radio call sometimes when we go into that corner. Good tackle, maintaining control. That is not an easy thing to do for Brennan, but he does it for Haverford. A turnover, an unforced error at midfield. But Haverford able to get control, and a penalty behind the play again. And this will be a Haverford ball. They'll be able to send one into the box. That ball shanked out of bounds. Haverford will take over. Under 12 now. Bernetta passing it back to his defenders in Colson. And now to the far side. This will be a throw in for the Churchman. Into the trees. Pick up that ball. But to throw in nonetheless. Again, the ball cleared away. Both defensive units have done a pretty good job of keeping themselves out of trouble. No real unforced errors. You had the 2 penalty kicks, of course, but otherwise, they've been real safe in just clearing that ball out of the defensive end as opposed to trying to carry it, which is what you just saw there, but we're closer to midfield right now than we are in the defensive third. Hoylett trying to make a move into the center. Nobody there, or intercepted, really. Out of bounds the ball goes, and we have a throw-in now for Haverford. That ball going the other way now. So Episcopal, nope. They changed their mind. The rest were pointing one way, but they threw it another way. Trying to send one right into Lancaster. And the ball in the hands of Hoylett. And this is always a dangerous play, whether it's a corner kick or a throw-in in that corner. Some room to maneuver over there to get some momentum. Into the box. coming out, unable to punch it out, but it does get cleared away anyway. And after every penalty now, both teams have a lot to say to the lead referee. This one's in favor of Haverford. This is Hernandez. Into the box, coming out, punching it, and going wide, and out of danger momentarily, and now cleared away, but not fully. Haverford still maintaining control. A couple one-touches, try to get out of danger with the ball. McGonigal, he decides to switch sides. Good move, all sorts of space over there. That's a real nice ball by the senior. Look for the overlap. Episcopal gets the overlap, but a little bit too tight, and it's cleared wide. Episcopal still maintains control. Right foot, but cleared away. Looking for a dangerous kick, and they get it. So Episcopal will take over now with about 8 minutes left in half number 2 of this scoreless game. We had more offensive action in half number 1 with the 2 penalty kicks. But one goal will likely decide this game as we're into the final handful of minutes. McGonigal into the box. It goes through. And out of danger for Haverford. A reminder, if we go 7+ minutes with no score, there is overtime. Unlike college soccer, there's overtime here in high school. We got a couple of 5-minute periods, no golden goal. Centering pass goes out of bounds off the foot of Hoylett. Haverford, a lot of underclassmen on this team. Really heavy with juniors. Costello's a junior, Colson a junior, Collins a junior. These are all starters. French, Hoylett, Bernetta. Future's very bright for Haverford. In the starting lineup, 3 different seniors for the Fords in Paul, Costa, and Kelly. Again, ball doesn't matter where the ball is. McGonigal is the one who will take these restarts, and it's a really good look at it. Far corner coming out, looking for the ball and doing a really nice job. Just too much air under that ball. And it gives Costello plenty of time to come out, the captain goalie. Can only imagine what the score might be if Costello hadn't made that penalty kick save about 4:30 into the first half. Broken up nicely by Black, Tucker Black. Haven't mentioned his name too much today out of the back, but he's done a nice job, as have all the defenders for Episcopal. Trying to switch sides. It's Shanahan with the ball out to that corner. Some good contact over there. That's Roberts on shoulder to shoulder. Under 5 to play now. Good spin move into the box, looking for some space. Cleared away. Now it's a foot race. Anytime that ball goes in the box and a player goes down at this point in the game, you're going to hold your breath. Episcopal with a couple of touches there, but broken up by the Fords. Now it's a 1-on-3 for French. Right in front of the Fords bench. Another thing that's a little bit different this year, at least it feels that way, is the two benches are really close together. And some of that is just because of how this field kind of cuts through the baseball field. There's not a lot of room on the near side sometimes in certain areas where the fans are. And as you get down into that corner, the amount of space to the left corner on the near side, there's less and less space down there. As we approach the 3-minute mark remaining in half number 2, into the shade we go. It looks like Shanahan is the one to be throwing the ball in that corner. Into the box. Headed and cleared momentarily. Officially under 3. Worked off the ball nicely and looking for some space up front. Ball goes out of bounds. Throw-in, a quick throw-in. And some room and a centering pass. Eaten up nicely, though, by Esterhigh. Into the corner, hoping that ball goes out of bounds, and then a trip at the end. And I say hoping, I'm talking about Haverford was hoping that ball go out of bounds, and then the trip, but a goal kick nonetheless, and a stoppage of play with 2 minutes and 5 seconds left. So we got 125 seconds left in regulation of a scoreless game. If you're joining us late, you've missed a lot, but there's still a lot that could happen in front of us. A couple of penalty kicks stopped, one by each team in half number 1. We've seen some strong defensive play for the most part by both teams, which is obvious when you look at the clean sheet for both teams. Remember, Haverford looking for some revenge. They lost to Episcopal earlier in the season. As we're back underway and under 2 to play. That win by EA just a little bit less than a month ago, back on the 14th of October. Again, that was over at Episcopal's home field as the seconds continue to tick. McGonigal, a chance to put this into the box. Into the box it goes. Coming out and scooping it up for Haverford is Costello. He has been in control of that box the entire afternoon as we're approaching 90 seconds left in regulation. And we're looking right at overtime right now, which would be a 10-minute overtime, 5 minutes, 2 periods. With the ball on his feet, trying to center the ball in is Hoylett, but unable to get it through the box. Esterhigh will take his time right now as we're officially under 60 seconds to play Maybe another rush for each team possibly here in the final seconds. If we do go to overtime, we'll take a quick break here and set you up for overtime. Remember, no golden goal in overtime. Into the box. Haverford probably just happy to clear this ball out of danger, and they do just that. You saw Black protecting his goaltender. And now with 15 to go. Ball cleared all the way down, and that will do it here in regulation. 3, 2, 1, and overtime we go. In the battle for the sweater, 80 minutes of play, and we haven't settled anything just yet. We'll take a quick break, and we'll come back with overtime. Remember, a couple of 5-minute periods, seeing if one of these two teams can pick up a win here on the Battle of the Sweater on what we call here Haverford-EA Day. Coming back on the Sports Fanbase Network, I'm Matt Fine. Stick around. Welcome back. Overtime is on the way. Scoreless here after 80 minutes. A couple of 40-minute halves with no score. Plenty of good highlights, though, as we take a look at some here in the second half for Haverford. That number 13's been a problem. Hoylett has been a big problem for EA. He's had a couple different opportunities. That ball ripped by Hernandez and wide and over the net for Episcopal coming the other way. Some space for McGonigal. Tries to center one in, but the goaltenders have been up to the task. Again, coming the other way. We've talked about him, that junior. Hoylett, and another ball that's left for Hernandez. So you've seen some similar names here. And then our final highlight before we get back underway, a restart. McGonigal trying to put some danger in the box, but a skip header goes wide, and that's the kind of afternoon it's been with no score here after 80, and now we are back live. A couple of 5-minute periods. In this one, Episcopal going right to left, Haverford left to right. 10 more minutes of soccer. And it could decide who gets the sweater. Right now, EA is up 2-1 in the battle for the sweater here in 2025. EA won golf and cross country. Haverford won water polo. And we're back underway now. Coming all the way down and a little bit of contact. You're never going to win that battle against the goaltender. Goaltender's always going to get the benefit of the doubt. And now EA giving Haverford a little bit of some of its mind right there. Got to protect your goaltender. And you know Episcopal Academy's not happy about that collision right there. Well, one thing we do know, there are 9 minutes left of soccer in the season for Episcopal Academy. Remember, Haverford will play on Wednesday in the championship game. For the Pennsylvania Independent Schools Athletic Association, PESA. And that game on Wednesday, as I mentioned, 6:30 against Westtown over at Arcadia. But they have some more important things on their minds right now. I think Episcopal got one right there. You had Quedenfeld kind of leaning back, and I think he just fell down on his own, but he gets the benefit of the call right there and a restart for the Churchmen. I think that Haverford probably had a little bit of an argument there. Quedenfeld was trying to use a body to lean on. He had no body to lean on, so he fell backwards, but he went to the turf and got the call. About 3 minutes left in half number one, or the first half of this overtime. Into the box. Cleared away. Both teams really prepared for their opponents today on defense. They know exactly what the other team's doing right now, on these restarts especially. Trying to make the move, Hoylett. He's got a 1-on-2. Comes back, puts it into the box, coming out nicely. And keeping this game scoreless. Esterhigh. And these 10 minutes will fly by the way. That was French giving up the ball on that far side into traffic and cleared away. Looks like it was off the foot of Rhodes. Right foot, but not much on it. It goes out of bounds. Under 2 to play now in the first part of our overtime. Again, Matt Fine with you on the Sports Fanbase Network. Owen Coleman, our director, Cormac Keach, is on our camera. About 90 seconds left in the first 5. That's Rhodes sending one into the corner, and out of bounds it goes. Throw in for the Fords. Looking for some space, but not the best touch by Haney for Episcopal. Still, Haverford now looking for a counter. Good move, left foot, across the goal mouth, and in it goes! An overtime goal by Hoylett. and a 1-0 lead for Haverford. Take another look. He found some space, and number 13 right there on the doorstep. And now the fans, they rush the field. I don't think they knew that this game still goes on. And now they're rushing away as the clock continues to tick here in overtime. A 1-0 lead for Haverford, but it's not a golden goal, so we still have some time left on the clock officially. 44 seconds to go in the first overtime. But a wonderful goal by Haverford in the first 5, and I think the fans are just starting to realize this game is not over. And so they start to file back. The fence has been pushed down as they rush the field thinking that this game was over and that was a walk-off in soccer terms. The entire fence now has just been pushed down where the fans are, right behind the bench. And so we have a stoppage of play as we try to regain control here. But a wonderful goal with 45 seconds to go in the first overtime. So we have a lot of different administrators for Haverford trying to put the fences back where they belong. The fans have moved back behind it. That's a good sign. But again, the junior Hoylett finding the goal, had all sorts of space in the center on a beautiful centering pass. And after 80 minutes in regulation and 4+ in overtime, we finally have our first goal of the afternoon. And now all the pressure on Episcopal Academy to try to tie this one up. With about 30 seconds to go in the first of the 2 5-minute overtimes. And things will change now. You'll see Haverford take its time. They'll clear everything they can out of danger. Centering ball, broken up and cleared away. And that will do it for the first 5-minute overtime period. A goal here in overtime with less than a minute to go in the first 5 off the foot of Hoylett on a centering pass where he tickled the twine. And it puts Haverford in a great position here in the final 5 to pick up a win, evening not only the yearly series between these two teams, because Episcopal won the first time these two teams played, but also it would even up the battle for the sweater. Remember, EA right now leads 2-1 in the best of 5 with football still to play. So a win here for Haverford would tie things up at 2, and then all the attention goes to the football game. And that game is underway. The high school version of rushing the court. So it was pandemonium here for a few minutes, but calmer heads have prevailed, and we are back live with 5 minutes to go. All the pressure now on EA. Episcopal needing a goal to tie this thing up. And they got 5 minutes to do it. Outstanding performances by all the goalies today. Not much the Episcopal netminder could do on that goal as that ball came across the goal mouth. There's just too much space in front for Hoylett. The Episcopal defenders just kind of lost number 13, who's been a problem this afternoon for Episcopal even before that goal. And now we're ticking off the seconds and the minutes here in the final 5. Episcopal moving left to right now. And again, you'll see Haverford take no chances. Anytime that they have the ball in their defensive third, expect them to just clear the ball out. And also if they have possession on throw-ins and free kicks, they're going to be taking their sweet time before putting that ball back into play. And this is exactly what they want. They can stay in their offensive third. Centering pass, and it goes out of bounds off the foot of Hoylett. Under 4 to play now. EA has to play with a real huge sense of urgency right now. Picked them nicely, and falling on the ball is Costello. If you have stars of the game, I think Costello is right there. Of course, Hoylett is right there. You have right now the guy that has the clean sheet in goal, and you have the other gentleman who has the game-winning goal. Of course, the cross was just right on point, right on the foot of Hoylett. Out to number 12, that's Rhodes. Ball's broken up. It goes out of bounds as we're under 3 minutes to play now. And a stoppage here by the referee with 2:48 to play officially on the clock. Back underway. A throw in from Collins. And Haverford will take that all day long. At least they'll take it for the next 2 minutes and 30 seconds or so. And if it stays this way, that football game becomes extremely important. Centering ball coming out and landing right on a Churchman. That's Costello taking charge in the box. That's what you're supposed to do if you're the goalie. And a stoppage with 2:13. So that football game could be the decider. As again, Episcopal trying to win the sweater for the first time since 2019. Haverford trying to win it for a 5th straight year. It took off in 2020, of course, for COVID and the shutdown. And we are officially at 120 seconds left. The ball goes out of bounds. Throw in for the guys in blue. To the near side. Broken up. That was Roberts having the ball broken up, and coming the other way is Collins. Trying to make another move. And a throw in and a stoppage. They'll try to throw the ball in again. A quick throw in. Trying to go to the other side now. Switching sides with less than 90. Into traffic. Haverford got away with it there, now out of bounds. That's where they want to be. They want these clears to go wide, not into traffic. Remember, they're playing with house money right now. 65 seconds to go. And now under 60 and taking his sweet time coming out of the back is Costello. He'll run all the way to the other corner of the 18 before loading up. And then just sending it all the way into the corner, and that's what Haverford wants to do. Less than 40 to play. Time is running out for the Churchmen from EA. As the Haverford seniors are trying to end in style, not only winning this game on Haverford-EA Day, but also setting themselves up for a possible championship on Wednesday when they take on Westtown. And with 10 seconds to go, the clock is continuing to tick down. Now it's stopped. We're stopped at 10 seconds, actually, on the board. And maybe one more shot here for Episcopal. I think they're upset that the clock wasn't stopped earlier. They're giving the head referee a little bit of lip service. And if this is actually a Haverford kick, then this game is over. And here comes Haverford. Looks like it's their ball. And if that's the case, they can just kick the ball out of bounds. And they'll give Episcopal no chance whatsoever to come up with a miracle here in the final seconds. This is off the foot of Costa. He can end it right here. Not sure what he's waiting for. Just send it into the corner, and he does. The clock is ticking away, under 5, and that will do it here at Haverford School. An overtime goal off the foot of Hoylett, and a win for the Fords, 1-0, to tie up the season series at 1 game apiece, tie up the Haverford-EA Day at 2 apiece, with football being the decider. And not only Haverford winning this important game, but also now in great position as they are looking towards another championship on Wednesday against Westtown. From the Haverford School on the Sports Fanbase Network, got Owen Coleman working the game today. Cormac Keach as well on camera. I'm Matt Fine. I hope everybody has a very safe Saturday and a wonderful afternoon. Take care. So long from Haverford School. Again, your final score, 1-0.